Dumb choice to run down the alleyway. You're cornered now. What is this? What did you do? Did you poison your blood? Your choices. You can die right here, or enter my dark world and live. I can't believe I'm going to take care of a mortal. You're out far longer than I thought you'd be, human. Yes, what you remember wasn't a hallucination or anything. All of that really happened. So how are you feeling? Doing okay, I hope. How long were you out? About 24 hours. I think the mix of you running around for so long, plus the feeding, and my magic really took a toll on you. The bite mark I already gave you is gone, thankfully. And I'm aware you're probably starving right now. The servants are working on something for you. Thank you. Oh, no problem. Feels weird to be thanked by a human. It's not that, it's just the words thank you are very, very rare to hear. More so from non-vampires. Given normally it's begging for mercy or cries of terror when it comes to you humans. Now, to get back on track, while we wait for the servant to finish getting you something to eat, let's have the chat I promised we'd have when you woke up. There are a lot of questions to answer, plus ones you'll likely have yourself. Where to even start? Why I spared you. Decent enough starting point, I suppose. What should have happened after I fed on you was that I'd simply erase your memories of meeting me. You'd wake up later with what feels like a massive hangover, and we'd both carry on with our lives. However, your blood was extremely potent. I'd never heard of that kind of reaction before, especially with my body. Normally, a vampire's body is filled with warmth for a few hours, and their eternal hunger is satiated for a time. Your blood was like jumping into a sauna. I'm still warm from feeding, even after a full day. And that hunger I mentioned? Gone. Completely gone. That's never happened to any vampire I know. It's normally satiated for a little while, but always returns within 12 hours or so. We have a few ideas as to what it was. Yes, I said we. I'm not the only vampire around here, and nowhere near the oldest. There are a good number of us. We do try to keep ourselves mostly out of your mortal world. Not always possible, as you can see. How old am I? 183. As a vampire, anyway, counting my human years, I'm 210. I'll let you ask about me in a minute. Let's get back to the original topic. Okay, where was I? Oh, yes. I spared you because what your blood did to me was severely abnormal. If this is something that could affect my kind as a whole, I need to know. So I asked around, and I asked the elders, and, well, some of the more traveled vampires about it while you slept. Most laughed at me. but one did take it seriously. She told me about this thing called a vampire's diamond, though not the actual name. Your human language they don't really have an equivalent for it, and that's the closest we could get the name to. A vampire's diamond isn't so much a gem, it's a person. One whose blood erases our cursed anger for an extended period of time, which then lets part of our old selves come back up to the surface. Well, no, it's not really becoming human again. I'll always be a vampire, but it's like giving us part of our humanity back, I guess. Ah, at last, at last. Place that on the table, then you can get back to your normal duties. Here, rose petal tea. You may not like it, but you've got to get something in you. You lost a decent amount of blood after all. I'm glad you like it, and yes, I've also noticed I'm acting far nicer than most of you humans would think in terms of a vampire. Uh, what you humans get right about us, well, it's, you know, half right, half wrong, half truths, all of that. Try and keep it brief. What you guys get wrong is that the running water thing, getting invited inside and the no reflections in mirrors. Well, there is this one clan that doesn't have reflections, but everyone else does. What you do get right is our strength and our speed. Ah, magic to an extent. The fact that sunlight will kill us, not instantly, but prolonged exposure will reduce us to nothing. Holy water, proper stuff anyway, burns like hell. Wooden stakes only do things if they hit our hearts, but even then it's just paralysis. Everything else varies per clan, and that takes hours to explain. No, we aren't supposed to tell you humans any of this. But you're part of this world now. Sadly, the only true way out is death. I'd personally like to keep you alive, but more often than not, once you humans see our golden yellow eyes, it's usually not a very good sign. What? What do you mean that? No, they can't possibly be blue. No. Vampire's eyes. I don't know what causes it, but they're naturally a orangey golden yellow. Just look. See? Hmm. I need a mirror. I don't believe you. There is no way that they could. Oh my god. They are. They, I wasn't told about this happening. Great. You've messed with my head and with my eyes. Oh now. Oh no. Looking in the mirror, they don't look half bad. I could probably get used to this change. Well, the only concrete stuff we know about this supposed diamond is what I mentioned earlier. The diamonds, in terms of rumors my fellow vampires have heard, however, is that vampires almost always get very attached to the human they find to be their diamond. Your guess at the type of attraction is as good as mine. I have no idea what they mean by attached, and oh, I do believe that series of sounds is your food finishing. Don't worry about not hearing things. My ears are better than yours. The rest of the tea is yours. I'll get out of the way so you can eat. Oh, really quick before I forget. Your rules of living here. Not many you need to worry about. 1. You have to do as I say. 2. You aren't allowed to leave the manor grounds. And 3. You can't mention to anyone at all that I'm a vampire. I'd have to kill you and whoever you talk to. Simple enough, right? And if you need more encouragement for the last rule, you should know that I have had many enemies. And now you have the same enemies as me. Vampire hunters don't often care for thralls of a vampire, because they simply wouldn't be able to tell the difference between my servants and you. So please, behave yourself. I'd rather not lose my little diamond to those ruffians. What's that look for? Yes, I called you Diamond. I figured you'd prefer a more friendly sounding nickname rather than just being called human or mortal all the time. I suppose. Yes, I suppose that would make us friends. I wouldn't be opposed to the thought of it. Having someone to talk to and not being under my control, or it would be a pleasant change of pace, admittedly. My servants aren't very talkative. Friends with a human. Why not? Let's give it a try if you're fine being around a vampire. Oh, uh, I wasn't expecting you to say yes. This gets more and more bizarre. I suppose that's true. If I wanted you dead, you would be already. You are starting to fascinate me, my diamond. Whether that's a good thing or not, we'll find out together in due time, I suppose. But for now, please focus on getting your strength back. I will need to feed on you at some point later. Of course, I need to bite you again. Your blood will not stay in my system forever, my little diamond. Okay, this nickname thing I already like. I'm sticking with it, whether you want me to or not. But yes, you learn more. We need to keep some of your blood in my body, okay? Now get out of your hair now. Ring the bell if you need one of the servants. Use the whistle next to the bell, however, if you need me. Emergencies only, though. Now, do get some rest. After you've eaten, you'll need to replenish yourself after all. Come find me if you need me later, okay? We'll talk more when you have your energy back. Have a pleasant dinner, and good night, my little diamond.